Is this the soundtrack in your backyard? Put an end to the menace. DynaTrap captures mosquitoes and other flying pests and lets you enjoy the peace and quiet once again. Silent, simple. With DynaTrap, mosquito relief is on the way.
This may be the single most important piece of equipment you've got for enjoying your outdoor space. It's called the DynaTrap. We've got it in a 1/4 acre size. I've got it in a 1/2 acre size. And right now, usually by this time of the season, I'm already running extraordinarily low on inventory on the big 1 acre size. This uses science against mosquitoes. And not just mosquitoes. It's all those flying insects that are the pest of the party, the ones you don't want hanging around. It doesn't always have to be something that bites or stings to irritate you. Sometimes just things like house flies landing on your burger can ruin your day, right? So you plug these in and just leave them run. They're gonna operate literally on pennies per day, but they are the most effective way I know of catching, not zapping, insects. Keep something in mind as we progress through these 3 hours. It is Memorial Day weekend. All of my vendors and every one of my guests all work very hard all season long, but for them to give up part of their actual Memorial Day to be a part of our show, I do appreciate. So I'm gonna start with a buddy. Sean Pickford and I have known each other for now over 30 years. Sean, you'll be happy to know the 32 is fired up for the first time for final assembly on last Thursday. I'll be bringing that by your house and rattling your windows with it. Okay? How you doing?
Bring it by anytime you want, Dan. You're more than welcome. So I'm doing great. Great to be with you here today on Memorial Day. We thanks for all those people out there that gave everything. So that's what this day is all about.
Yep.
But we also know we're entertaining. We're out with family and friends and stuff, and we have been probably through the weekend. Have you gone places where the mosquitoes or the flies or the wasps have basically ruined your party, your affair where you're going? Well, let DynaTrap take care of that for you, as you said. It attracts and captures those flying pests. So now I can be out on my back deck here. I can be enjoying things. Yesterday I was down at the beach. The no-see-ums were all over the place. People were complaining all over. I didn't have an issue. Why? Because I had DynaTraps. So they were taking care of everything for me while people were complaining. I'm like, you need a DynaTrap. And you know what? They really do a great job.
Well, what is it that a DynaTrap that is doing that a regular bug zapper does not? This is the science to get rid of flying insects.
Yeah, because it acts like us as human beings. So there's light, there's warmth, and there's carbon dioxide. So they're attracted to that. So the mosquitoes, the flies, the wasps, the hornets, the stink bugs, and the moths can see the light, they can feel the warmth, but also that carbon dioxide. So they're drawn to this. They can't resist seeing what it is. When they get close enough, well, the fan sucks them down into the trap and they expire. Because of the new UV LED light, we added biting, midges, and no-see-ums, Japanese beetles, gnats, blowflies, dreamflies, and the muscid that you're seeing here. So in the last 2.5 years, these have been added to the list of those 6 you saw initially. And it's as easy as this. You get it home, take it out of the box, plug it in, let it work. The new bulb lasts 6.5 times longer than our original version. It attracts the insects day and night, okay? And here's the titanium dioxide coating that's warmed that produces the carbon dioxide. This is what all the other companies out there are trying to replicate that DynaTrap has patented and mastered. Because you know what? The insects think it's a better human being, so they're really attracted to it. When they get close enough, the fan sucks them in. And I love this feature. One-touch, easy emptying system.
Yeah,
no
like
more
that too.
undoing that little screw and twisting off the base. Just hit the eject button and away they go.
How old was the original DynaTrap now? Sean, because
Well,
I just can't remember.
It's been 8 years.
Okay.
So
I still
it's been 8 years.
I still have my original DynaTrap then. So this is the 8th summer. Now, admittedly, I did have to replace the bulbs in it, but it's still doing a job. The newer models are even more effective than ever before.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got some colors for you. By the way, we've sold an amazing number of DynaTraps. And because of that, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of units. Because of that, they build them in colors specifically for us that they don't make for anybody else. So are we going to use .com to show the colors, Jen? Let's do it. Here we go. That's the bronze. That's exclusive to QVC. There's the copper. I only have the half acre and the acre left in that copper, Sean. The quarter acre sold out. The next
Yes.
one is the green that's available in the 1 acre size alone. That's a great price on the 1 acre. I do have the navy blue, which was new this year, in all 3 sizes. And then tungsten is the color that's available out in the marketplace, but our price is a lot better, especially with 5 easy pay payments as well. So you keep saying that it's replicating us as human beings. What's the carbon dioxide and the importance of that? You and I both know this because we've worked together so much, but why carbon dioxide? Why is that imperative to drawing mosquitoes towards this machine?
Because as soon as you walk outside and you take a breath, a mosquito can smell your breath from 300 feet away. They smell the carbon dioxide.
Yeah, not the onions from the hot dog.
No, not the toothpaste or the mouthwash. I don't care if you just brushed your teeth and you have a mint in your mouth. They can still smell your breath from 300 feet away. And the mosquito is the #1 pest worldwide, so that's why we replicated that. The other bugs, they're also attracted to the light, the warmth, and the carbon dioxide. No-see-ums, man, they were all over the place down at the beach the other day. But you know what? As soon as I was around back at my house, I had no issues because my DynaTraps were attracting them. I was standing there watching them fly into the DynaTrap, and it was just amazing to see how well it worked on them. Why? Because they thought they were going to land on me and bite me, and that's what no-see-ums do. So mosquitoes, the same thing. They need that protein from our blood to make more mosquitoes, and that's why we really target them because, look, one mosquito could be 200 more mosquitoes, and a female mosquito can lay up to 600 eggs in basically a 4-week period. That's why they're so hard to get rid of, but DynaTrap does a fabulous job of doing that.
Now, again, what you want to do is either put it on a shepherd's hook or go ahead and set it on something, but you want to set it where you are not. In other words, if this is my picnic table or this is my pool area, I want to set this off to the distance. And if you want to hook it up to an extension cord, you can. Not a problem.
I mean, don't put it in that circle where you are. You want it 3 to 6 feet off the ground. That's what we call our fly zone. You can put it on that shepherd's hook. You can put it on a wall. I have one tied up in a pine tree back in the back part of the yard because I back up to a horse farm with a pond, breeding ground for mosquitoes. You can leave it outside, rain, sleet, snow, whatever it is. I left mine out all year round. I've turned it on. It works just fine. Leave it powered 24/7. That's the biggest mistake people make. And the catch rates are higher at night. Why? Well, because they're more attracted to the light, but the trade winds die down. Easier for small insects to fly. So, and you're trying to think about size and you're, all right, what should I do? Well, if you live near water, have standing water or anything like that, I say go big. Why? Because you're going to have a lot more bugs. So less frequency of emptying the trap and a greater attraction and capture. Smaller piece of property and you want one in the front yard, one in the back. Well, your house acts as a barrier. So get a half acre for the front, half acre for the back. Quarter acre guy, smaller piece of property, smaller deck or patio, you can use that. This is also outstanding for indoor use or if you're going camping. You have limited space to bring things. Bring this to your campsite. Plug it in first when you get there. So I have one of these in the house. I have a half acre hanging in the garage because we leave the garage door open all the time. So those bugs want to get out of the heat too. Great way to do that. And look, if you got a lot of bugs, go with the 1 acre. You'll attract more, but empty it less.
Yeah, I started with the 1 acre size. It's funny because Sean was talking about the horse farm with a pond. That describes my house.
Yeah, that's Dan's house.
I live on a horse farm with a big pond. And it is the absolute natural, perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. It's not one of the insects that was laboratory tested. And I believe it was the University of Nebraska where you did the lab test. But I don't worry about horse flies on a working horse farm, which is unheard of. If you've ever been bitten by a horsefly, it'll draw blood. I have not nasty. Worried about those big flying meanies for 7 years, 8 years now.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the bragging rights, but understand that these are claims that were independently laboratory tested before Sean could say them.
At the University of Nebraska in a 6-day period on the 1 acre, 2,942 flying insects. The University of Nebraska on our half acre in a 7-day period, 2,543. And then we sent it down to Florida and said, let's try somewhere else and see how well it does down there. The quarter acre we sent down there in a 7-day period, 3,101 flying insects. And yes, we counted every single one of those insects to know what's in there. A lot of people always ask me, well, how do you know? I can't see the mosquitoes. You can barely see a mosquito when it's alive.
Yeah.
When it dehydrates and passes on, there's just parts left. There's hundreds of mosquitoes in here. This is from my yard. They weren't on me. They weren't on my kids. They weren't on my pets. So that's the great thing about it. It's just called a wasp. So they really do work. They do a fantastic job. And I get to enjoy being outside, and I don't do any of it.
It's your backyard. Gain it back. Get rid of the mosquitoes and the flying pests. The easiest way to do it that I can even think of is right here in front of me, called the DynaTrap. Sean, I thank you very, very much. Let's go through colors again and list what is still available. That's the bronze, exclusive to QVC. There's your copper. The half acre and the 1 acre are the ones available. In the green, we did sell out of the half acre and the quarter acre, so we're down only to the big guy. That's the 1 acre size. There's the navy blue. Right now I've got all of those available. And then I do have the tungsten available to you. Here's the value. Our QVC price for the quarter acre is $72.50. This thing operates for about 8 cents a day, okay? On the smaller size is even less. If you want the half acre size, it's normally over $120. We're at $99.96. And the 1 acre size is closer to $200, and we're at under $160. So I'm telling you, today is the day in which to do it, because you're going to save yourself some money, and you're going to definitely save your backyard space so that you've got exactly what you want. Coming up,